of me? Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I wanna use them. Take my arms, oh, I wanna lose them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that
time we met in this particular studio, there were a few more of you. It's been a big year for you this year.
Yeah.
So how's it been and how are you now?
It's been great. It's been a real learning curve, obviously, coming out of a group, going on my own. You know, I've got all those experiences that I shared with 4 other people, now taking that whole burden myself. But no, I'm absolutely loving it. I mean, to be honest, I left because I wanted to be happier. I wanted to, you know, move forward and just enjoy life. It's when you start calling something that you really enjoy, like singing, work, I felt like that was the time I had to leave. I'd get back and I'd be like, oh, work sucked. And it's like, why am I calling this thing that I absolutely love doing work, you know? But now things are really sort of snowballing, really. Now we're coming into the winter months. It's just fantastic. Got a couple of gigs coming up, talking about development deals with record labels. Yeah, couldn't be happier.
I was looking at your bio and I didn't realise you'd done so much beforehand. And I mean, you were lucky, and we have to say this phrase, lucky in the world of show business, to be in a big film too with Simon Pegg. I mean, you know, it's not an easy thing to get that, you know? So
yeah, no, totally.
How did that come around?
Yeah, that was my first ever job. I started out busking when I was 16 years old, and that's sort of where the first taste of like it ever being something that I could actually make some money off and enjoy at the same time. That's
tough as well, to do that on your own.
Well, thank you very much. But I was actually the first time I ever did it, I was absolutely shaking like a leaf. My mum came with me. We were outside the Theatre Royal in Brighton, and it was probably one of the scariest things I've ever done. But no, obviously you learn, and I started out doing that, and then I managed to get an agent who saw me in Anything Goes at my school play, and they really enjoyed my voice, and so they took me on and put me up for this film, and there I was with Edgar Wright, the writer, who had asked to see me again after the first sort of screen test, and he absolutely loved it, and there I was in the film. I had my own trailer and everything, and saw Simon and Nick, and it was just like, wow, amazing. This is my first taste of acting, really. That was I absolutely adore that kind of side of the whole entertainment industry. So
is that something you might go back to?
Yeah, definitely. I think it comes hand in hand with musical theatre as well. I mean, I absolutely love acting. I'd love to do something on TV. I think I'd like to touch base with every kind of situation in the entertainment industry, because I just absolutely adore it, you know.
And of course, I think I've saw you in this, Privates on Parade, which is, for those that don't know, is not as vulgar as it may seem. But it's a big sort of like musical play, isn't it? But it's so funny.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very clever piece of work, and it seems to come round every 10 years that somebody revitalises it. Yeah. Did you enjoy that show?
I did. I played Stephen Cartwright, and that was really, really good fun. That was my first professional theatre job. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed that. A lot of nudity, which was quite daunting.
What did your mum say to that, though?
Oh no, it was all... When the day is long and the night is yours alone. When you think you've had too much of this life, well, hang on. Don't let yourself go, 'cause everybody cries. Yes, I think ultimately I'm looking to create an album. I'm starting to talk with people about doing development deals and things like that, getting together ideas and writing new music. I want to do some original stuff as well.
Yeah.
So
I think that's important, actually, don't you? Because I think you can... It's great to do new interpretations of songs, but you as a performer, as a singer, you want your own standards. Do you know what I mean? You want somebody to say, I'm covering a Richard song. Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
I think that's nice, actually.
Yeah, totally.
If you could pick a songwriter to work with, who would that be?
Oh, God,
Because there's so many, yeah, but there's so many great songwriters at the
There
minute.
is so many. I think I'm currently in chats with Mo Pleasure, who I
He'd
mentioned.
be great. Yeah.
And he's really, really good. He really works within that whole funk and soul kind of vibe. So that really rubs off well on the kind of jazz stuff I'm doing, going back to my roots from my busking days, you know. So yeah, working with him is really cool. But I mean, ultimately, like end goal, Ed Sheeran just writes fantastic tunes, and I think it'd be really awesome to one day work with him on something.
Actually, I could see you two doing.
I think he could write a really cool jazz tune.
Yeah.
You know, I think that, you know, Bublé's got some really great tunes like Haven't Met You Yet, Everything, that new one.
Oh no!
Yeah, which is really.
And they are instant classics, aren't they? You know, when you hear them on the radio, you think this will be played a lot. Not because it's Michael Bublé, it's just a good song. You know, I think
totally.
A good song will always outshine any artist. I think,
yeah,
because
good production and good
it's a good
song.
hook, you know, you're off. I've got to ask you finally, when did you realise that you had a voice, Richard? What age were you at that you thought, I like this? And the second part of the question is, when did you think, I might be able to make a bit of a living out of this?
My mum always told me that she couldn't stop me singing Barney the Dinosaur in the back of the car when I was like 4 years old.
There's your first cover version.
Yeah, exactly. Barney the Dinosaur, jazz. Yeah. Barney the Dinosaur. Yeah. No, I don't really know. I think I did Les Miserables when I was 9 years old. I was in Gavroche's gang down in Brighton, and there was a great theatre scene down there. And I just kind of got involved in the whole musical theatre side.
Yeah.
And then obviously busking was... my school really supported me as well. I don't really know when there was a moment where I went, oh, I can make a living off of this. I think there was a moment where I just went, I really enjoy getting up on stage and performing. I really enjoy just every time I would do it.
Yeah.
I get up on stage and I enjoyed the fact that different songs produce different emotions in people. You can make people cry. You can make people laugh.
Isn't it? Yeah.
You can make people just smile and remember good things. That's what's great about music, and that's what I love about music. That's what I want to carry on into 2017 and bring new feelings to people in those live situations, because live performance, you just can't beat it.
Richard, as ever, it's been a thrill to catch up with you. Do come back and see us again.
Will do.
But thank you so much, and continued success, as they say.
Thank you
Take
very
care.
much.